Hello, welcome back. Happy holidays to everyone. My name is Latanya, and I'd like to thank you for coming by. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Chef's kiss to you. I really appreciate you for joining my channel. Thank you. And I pray that you learn something here to help you, or if not, share with someone else who's in need of the information. Now let's jump in. And I like to say, I do have notes to help guide me, so if I glance down, that's what I'll be doing, okay? Life has taught me many things. Life has taught me many things. One of the things that life has taught me is that things does not always happen the way that we think that they should happen. And things do not always go as planned. Things do not always turn out the way that we envision for them to turn out in our minds, because we can have one set way of what we would like to see happen, and the end result is not so much what we anticipated for it to be. So, people, a lot of times, whom are trusted, they can do dishonorable things, things that we don't expect. Things can happen to our vehicles. It's just part of living and it's part of life. And we have to get a grasp of those things if we have not learned to. So, when that happens, unexpected things happen. Most times we're not mentally or emotionally equipped or prepared to deal with the situations because we lack the coping skills to deal with them at the time. And that's okay. If we're not taught these things from a very young age, these are things that we're just not going to know. We're not going to know. And that's okay, because now that we're older, we can pursue greatness and we can pursue the highest versions of ourselves, and we can learn coping skills to deal with the life situations. Because here's the thing, as long as we live, things are going to happen. Things that are not expected will always happen. So learning will never cease for as long as we are alive. And I would like to firstly say that I'm not in any means a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist. But what I do have under my little belt is 18 years of experience in social work, sociology, human services, human behavior, and education. So, and some certifications. Don't let me forget those. I have some certifications. And those are the things that deem me to share my perspective on how to deal with trauma, provide some strategies that I've learned over the years in my career fields to help clients to share. That's what I'm here for. After all, my goal is to help us become better, to help us live and adjust and accept the truth in life sometimes that can be hurtful and painful, that we're not really ready to deal with, to help us deal with those things. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to be here. It means so much to me to help other people. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to help people. I did not initially start my career out like that. I started my career as a young person in the United States Army. So I have some military time under my belt before I became a student and had a career and all those different types of things. So I've had a lot of life experiences. And that's what deems me to share my perspective with you on today. Which brings me to the point for this holiday season. Earlier this week, I did some traveling and I went to visit the gravesite of a loved one. And while I'm there, I usually do my usual tidying up, pulling weeds, removing old florals, and replacing them with fresh new ones on the gravesite. And so this week, while I was doing that, the grave diggers were there. And they're usually always there anyway. So But on this particular day, the difference was a grave digger was nearby. And he walked over towards me. And when he came towards me, he spoke, I spoke, and he began talking. And so, what he did, he shared with me how his day started. And he stated that when he came into work that morning, he only had one grave to dig. I said, okay, all right. And so he continued to say, well, when I got here, there were 4 additional graves that I had to dig. I says, okay. And so I glanced around, saw the tents in the graveyard. I says, oh, so is that what the tents are for? He confirmed, yes, that's what the tents are for. So I said, oh, okay. And so as he continued to share, he stated to me, he said, you know, ma'am, I've been doing this so long, I can now kind of predict the trends. And the holidays are the worst times. He said, I've noticed over the years there is an increase of burials during the holiday season, and it hits its peak around Christmas up to New Year's. And afterwards, it kind of declines. And around April, May, June, it begins to increase again. And then the burials decrease and they rise again. And he also stated to me that, you know, I've kind of become like what is his word? He said, I've kind of become like a professional. You know, I watch people all the time come and go. And I've watched you, and you are getting stronger. He said, you're smiling now. You weren't smiling the last almost year that you've been coming here, which I had not. And so this person was very dear to me. And I continued listening to him, and he said, you know, um, these things can be traumatic. He said, not everyone can handle death so well. I see people who are barely getting by. I see people who are spiraling out. And I see people who sometimes just change their whole life around. And he says, but one thing I know for sure is something that we're never prepared for. And that is where it brings me to what I would like to share with us on today. As we prepare for this holiday season, we see the commercials, we see the shopping, all the stores are decorated really pretty, which I so love. So I miss New York because of Manhattan and the huge Christmas tree. I digress, but I love it. I love the decorations, I love everything about it. But I do realize that in the spirit of the season, not everyone is having such a great time. Not everyone is happy and filled with joy. And with that being said, I would like to offer some strategies to help you get through the season. I've been a grief counselor before, and one of the things that I share with my clients are the following. If by chance you're not strong enough or healed enough to carry these things out, please don't. Just allow yourself time to heal. And once you're strong enough and well enough, then you can try it next year because these things will come back around, you know. So, if you're well enough, healed enough, and strong enough, what you can do, I like to offer 4 things. The first thing you can do, if you have a picture of that loved one who is no longer with you and you miss them dearly, think of them, think of their personality, and purchase a new frame, a shiny new frame that is representative of that person. Secondly, you can go to the gravesite like I did and take some fresh flowers, get rid of any old ones that are there. If there are any weeds, take some scissors or clippers like I did and just clip around it and make it all neat and leave something there that's special to them. You can write a note, place it under their rock, their headstone, or thirdly, if that person is someone that celebrates Christmas and love Christmas, and they were a really big part of your Christmas holidays, you can purchase an ornament for them. For instance, if they are someone that's really fancy and special, you can purchase a fancier ornament like this. It has a lot of movements, a lot of texture, a lot of designs in it. You can purchase something like this. If they're more subdued, kind of calm, laid back, you can purchase something that's a bit more defined. This has a lot of ridges in it. It's really, really cool. I love it. Or you can just purchase something traditional. This is velvet. It has texture. Place it on your tree. If you have small children, they had a relationship with that person, you can share this with them and you can invite them into celebrating them. And lastly, if you're at the dinner table and you're going to have a formal dinner, you're going to have other family members over, you can set a place setting for them. You can. You can set a place setting for them. It's totally healthy. It's totally healthy for you. Very healing and therapeutic for you. Very healing. So, I offer those suggestions to you during this holiday season. I pray that this helps. Please come back. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope this helps you. If not, share it with someone else. You have a happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.